what's going on in the world today. I'm excited. I'm pretty pumped up. I'm actually just getting back from one of our masterminds in Cabo down in Mexico, where we are masterminding with the top global team builders in the world for about 5 days out there. These are a couple of our business partners. It's pretty exciting. I'm sitting here in Kansas, here in the United States. Amanda is up in Ontario, Canada. And we have a new business partner, Alberto, down in Mexico that we're pretty excited to be able to announce today. And so Amanda had introduced EXP to Alberto, and we went through a process of a couple of months of looking at it and going through a core process. And luckily for EXP, he moved his talents over to EXP. And so I'd love to just ask him a few questions today. I'd love for you guys to get to know him a little more, his background, his story, why real estate, what he was doing before, and why EXP, and what's his big, hairy, audacious goals with EXP. So welcome, Alberto.
Thank you so much for having me in your program or podcast. And I'm really, really excited to be with you guys in this great journey that is called EXP. Thank you for having me.
EXP, global domination is what we're going for. And so you're next to blow up down there in Mexico. So I love it. So what part of Mexico are you in?
I'm actually pretty near from the border with Texas. I'm in the northeast coast of Mexico, right in the coast of the Gulf of Mexico.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. And that area is called?
The state is Tamaulipas, and my city town is Tampico. Tampico, Tampico, Mexico.
I love it. So how long have you been in real estate?
It's a little bit long story. It came since I was in high school. My parents, both of them, were dedicated to building properties, houses, offices, and also commercial properties. Mm-hmm. I was remembering when my father took me to when he was starting building all those houses, and I was with him. Mm-hmm. And that's why when I started really in the real estate business, after that, my father just developed a property management company. And basically what he was doing, my family was doing, was dedicating all of this to rental properties. So I have a little bit of experience in the rental property business. Mm-hmm. And I just continue with this work until I thought that it was time to get more complete about my training in real estate, because my experience was just about rentals. Mm-hmm. So that's when I decided. It was like in the year of 2015 when I get into one of the well-known franchises in real estate. Mm-hmm. It was Remax. Mm-hmm. I was there for about 3 years, listing properties and selling houses and getting experience about brokerage. And after 3 years that I was in Remax here in Tampico, Mexico, I just decided that it was the time to start my own brokerage. And I just left the company and I start my own brokerage. But there was after that, it was a little bit difficult for me in the way that it was not hard to get people, to get agents into the company. But was really very difficult was to retain those people,
right?
To keep those people in the company,
right?
You know that you have to give them training, you have to give them benefits, you have to really set a good split with the commissions. So when I remember that I was searching for some real estate companies through the internet. That's when I just found this company about EXP. That's how I found it. I was just searching into the web, and I found this company, and I just saw that it was a cloud brokerage. So it was really interesting for me, and I just keep searching and investigating this company. And that's when I just found with Amanda. I watched a video on YouTube with an Amanda video, and after that I just kept in contact with her, and it was by that time when suddenly Amanda told me that EXP were supposed to open in Mexico.
Yes, I love it. We opened a lot of countries. Michael Valdez is doing a phenomenal job, our president of expansion. So I love that guy. He aggressively got Mexico open. So I love it. So you're kind of, you've been in the game a long time. Your parents, are real estate pioneers and entrepreneurs, and sounds like the construction, space, the rental space, and you kind of grew up around that. And so that's kind of what you took over until you were like, let me, round out my skill set. And then you started probably taking on, marketing and traditional sales, working with buyers and listings, it sounds like, with Remax. That went well for how long did you do that? A couple years or
3 years?
3 years. And then you stepped out and became an independent, right? Okay. I was an independent my whole life before I came to EXP, and you hit on some pain points that are very real. The turnover every 18 to 24 months because of splits. And then you touched on lack of resources for the agent. Or you as the owner, you have to reinvest back into those resources for them, on the broker operation side, the training side, the marketing side, creating different career tracks and opportunities for them inside of your ecosystem. And I love it. Like, then you started to say there has to be a better way, right? There has to be a better way. And that's what brought us all together, from Canada to United States to where you're at. We're all like, there had to be a better way. And so I love it. Like, we all can be in business globally together because your brand, my brand, Amanda's brand just sets on top of this platform, which is called EXP. But you get to keep your brand. You get to keep your business, right? EXP just enhances it, empowers it through the technology, and the cloud is very innovating to you, right? Like, it's for all of us. Like, there's no way all of us could be working in 3 different countries together if we didn't have that office to work in together and have that support and training and all the specialized departments and all of that stuff. So I love it. So you've just recently went live with EXP. You're probably well connected with a bunch of agents, right? Okay. So you're probably sticking your toe in and making sure that everything pans out. And then you're probably going to go share this model like crazy with everyone. I know you're going to blow up and do extremely well with this model. We all joined for different reasons, right? And so what was the one thing that said, I'm going to do it? Because I know whenever we open a new country, there could be some skepticism. And I know it took you 4, 5, 6 months from talking to Amanda to hit the join button. I'm maybe about right. Or from the time you guys worked me into the picture, it could have been longer. I don't know. But what was the one thing where you're like, I'm just going to do it? And we all gambled at one particular time. We all took a gamble and a risk. It just ended up working out for us, and it'll work out for you as well. But what was the one thing that made you hit the join button and you're like, I'm just going to do it because of this one thing? What was your one reason for joining?
Well, first of all, I just noticed that the EXP platform offered a lot of things to their agents. It's a very technological company. Everything is in a cloud, but the main reason that I just decided to join EXP is because they have a lot of courses, a lot of training, really great training. They offer really very good benefits to their agents. And also something very unique about EXP. You know, when you are working or working as a realtor in a franchise, let's say Remax or any other, when you are deciding to leave those companies, you don't save money. You don't keep. I mean, you don't get anything from those companies.
Right.
So in this case, you have the opportunity to save money and to have a lot of ways of revenues. For example, the revenue share system that
Yep.
you have in
Yep.
EXP,
Yep.
and that's a really a good way, have another way of income.
Right.
And another also benefit that I just saw in EXP is that when you are selling a lot of homes, you have the opportunity to be rewarded with the stock of the company, with some stock. And after 3 years that you are in the company, if you decide to leave, you are getting all those savings in stocks from the company. So that's really, really great. It's something unique. It's a very different business model, talking about real estate.
Well, without a doubt, there's no other company that you can compare us to. We're all shareholders in this company. So it sounds like there wasn't like one thing that you're like, this is it. It sounds like it was the whole package from you started with the training and then to be able to do it inside of a cloud, to be able to learn together, think together, create together globally. If this is, you'll end up building globally as this thing builds. And then you talked about the benefits back to the agent, which they could build, an exit strategy or a safety net or a retirement account, if you will, through EXPI, through the 5 different ways that they can acquire stock with EXP. And go look it up on the NASDAQ. The ticker, the symbol is EXPI. So you're big with that. And then if you don't just want to sell houses, but also you want to have an ownership mindset, not just an agent mindset, then you're also rewarded to be in financial alignment globally with other people to build revenue share if you're helping them sell houses and do all of that fun stuff, because none of this works if we're not selling houses, right? And then you talked about what I love most is being able to take care of your top producers, which you touched on the ICON program, right? Which means if you're a top producer and you mentioned if you're selling a lot of houses and you ICON with EXP, then they will pay back your $16,000 that you paid to them and the stock, or I'm sorry, in the form of a split, and they will pay that back to you in the form of stock with EXPI. Right. So I love it. Nobody else is willing to offer that to their employees. This is definitely an agent-centric company, and we're able to build equity inside of EXP through EXPI by just doing our job, what we're doing every day. We're closing a house a year already. We're capping out with other companies yearly, right? We're iconing, right? And if you're a top producer, you're typically referring your friends or associates or people you want to work with into your other brokerage. You're probably getting a thank you card or maybe a steak dinner or $50 or something like that. And now you're able to get a lifelong benefit through revenue share as long as they keep producing and that relationship stays intact. The training is outstanding. The cloud is phenomenal, and we couldn't be doing none of this without Verbellum tied back into EXP. So I'm excited. Help me understand, like, what's the market look like down there? I mean, I'm always interested, like, is it a buyer's market or is it a seller's market? Like, what does your market look like in your actual state or your city?
For me, it looks like sellers.
Mm-hmm. Just like here in the United States, almost every single market is a seller's market.
That's it. Yes, exactly.
Okay. So do you generate leads? Are you looking forward to using something like KB Core to generate leads? Like, what are you a SOI person because you've been in the business so long? Like, I'm a marketing internet lead generation conversion type of guy. So I'm always interested, like, how do you generate your leads? Where does your business come from currently?
Very traditional marketing. We're just try to set a relationship with the owners of the houses and the properties, and we talk to them, and we offer all the advantages to market their homes with us. So we do a very traditional way, all the
Okay.
listing.
Okay. I love it. So you're focused on listings, which we all should be. Your whole budget should be in listings right now, the way the market is right now. Now, are you doing that through copywriting, through mails, or are you doing it through prospecting, calling them and building that relationship, getting them into a database? Like, or are you just networking with them? Like how, like what, how's the relationship get started?
Well, we used a lot the Facebook ads.
Oh,
Through Facebook ads, we are generating leads in that way.
so I love it. So you're creating ads on Facebook or Google, and you're making them an offer.
Sellers and buyers, and we are doing
Sweet.
a lot.
They're coming through a funnel or a portal, and then going into a client relationship management tool for you. And then you're, building the relationship and nurturing it from there. I like it. It doesn't matter where you're at in the world. We all got to follow the same principles. Everybody buys and sells. We got to, I love it. So, cool. What else should we know about you? What's your goals? What are you trying to accomplish with EXP? I'm always excited about vision and goals, and leadership is what makes all this tick. And I think you're going to do phenomenal things with our network, and I'm blessed to be able to help you grow this thing and work with you. But what are your goals with this? How do you see this going over the next couple of years? Like, if everything was to go and be, in a perfect world, which will be, in my opinion, or in my experience, I had to reset my goals because I blew my goals out of the water, my 5-year goals, in like 2.5 years. So I had to redo my goals. And so, like, what's some short-term goals and maybe some long-term goals with selling houses or building the business or whatever? Like, what's your goal?
I have two main goals. In short term, is just get a really local team, attract agents to my brokerage, and also grow my company as fast as possible. And I think this business models give me a big chance to grow this business faster. That's one of my main goals. But also, I'm gonna be dedicated to build my net worth through the revenue shared program. And I don't know, I would like to have maybe I don't know, 1,000 agents in the short term. I don't know, could be 3 or 4 years. But I'm really thinking big about this. But one of the main reasons that I joined EXP, and one of my main goals, is just to grow as fast as possible this business. And I think
you're going to do it, and it's very realistic following our systems. You're an untapped market. You have tons of connections. You're a great leader. You have great life experience. You have a great skill set. You have a great brand and a great business. I just hit my 3-year mark with EXP, and I had to learn a lot of stuff. I was still young. I'm still young, but I'm around 1,500 agents in 3 years. So you can, without a doubt, have 1,000, if not 3,000 in 3 years, if you put a little effort behind it. And I love that you kind of cut out, but I could hear you, keep selling houses, keep growing, your traditional sales is what you were saying, and then start to build the network. And I love that. Keep production first, grow your production. And, who wants to, be in business with you? Other people that want to sell real estate. It just happens to be the EXP is the platform that your business sets on, right? That makes all of this possible for us globally. And so I do think you're going to do outstanding. You're going to do fanatical with us, and or fantastic with us. But how can people get a hold of you? Like, if they got questions, like, or bounce some, ideas off you, because I know one of your concerns were, what's the process look like? And I know you kind of got snagged in a few steps, and so now that you've been through it and you have a little bit of experience, or if other people hearing this, want to partner with you or look at the model with you, how can they get a hold of you? Is it Facebook, Instagram? What's your cell phone number? Maybe they
can DM me to my Instagram account, or they can email me. And if you want, we can just leave my Instagram account and my email address just below this video. But those are the main sources of contact.
I love it, man. What else do we need to know? I know we're probably up against some time here. I wanted to keep it short and sweet. Wanted people to get to know you in our group, and then also, just let you know, like you're out, like you're with EXP. Welcome to the group. You're part of the family now. I'm excited to be able to work with you. But if you don't got anything else, man, we can wrap it up. I look forward to being able to help you really explode and expand this thing over the next year or two.
Well, I just want to say thanks for this opportunity, and I'm really, really excited to be in this group with you guys. And I know that I'm going to learn a lot of more stuff from you. And we are in the same boat, like we say in Mexico. So let's work together. I'm really, really excited to join to this great, great company. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
I love it. EXP sees no borders, guys. Let's keep building together. One team, one dream. Amanda, I appreciate you. Alberto, appreciate you. Look forward to working with you guys. You guys have a good afternoon. Just do it.
Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Adam.